In this lesson, we're going to write some more equations of circles, but they're a little step up. They don't just have the center and the radius. So you have to do a little work to find one or both of those. So in the first problem, we see that our center is 3, 2. So we already know that we are going to have an x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared from our formula for the equation of the circle. What goes here is r squared. They didn't give us r. It's always a good idea when they don't give you r to graph the points. So if I know that this is 3, 2, and that this other point that it goes through is 5, 2, if this is the center, then this distance from the center to the point on the circle is what our radius is. So it would look something like that. And so our radius must be 2, and if our radius is 2, r squared goes here. So we would put a 4 there. So that's the equation of that circle. This one's a little more challenging. Like I said, it's always a good idea to graph the points. So if we graph 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 1, and 7, 1. So these points are what the circle goes through. So we've got to find the midpoint of this hypotenuse, because remember, if this is a right angle, this is a vertical line and a horizontal line, then we need to find the hypotenuse, which is the diameter. So if we take 7, 1 and 3, negative 3 and use the midpoint, we're going to find the center of our circle, and if we use the distance formula, we're going to find the diameter, which we cut in half to find the radius. So midpoint formula says 7 plus 3 divided by 2 and 1 plus negative 3 divided by 2. 7 plus 3 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. That's negative 2 divided by 2, which is negative 1. So this is the center of our circle because we use the midpoint formula. Now the distance formula says that you take the difference of the x's and the difference of the y's and square them. So 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus a negative 3 is 4. So we have 16 plus 16, which is 32. So the distance, or the diameter in this case, is the square root of 32. So half of that's going to be the radius. Well, if I simplify this using my square root rules, I know that that's 16 times 2. So the square root of 16 is 4, radical 2. So this is my diameter, which means my radius is half of that. So it's 2 radical 2. So my equation then becomes x minus 5 squared plus y plus 1 squared times, equals this squared. Well, 2 squared is 4, and the square root of 2 squared is 2, so my radius squared is 8. And those are just some examples of how to write equations of circles, a little more advanced.